All right, this is the track I'm going to reassemble. It's been in storage, and the table's set up out in the garage right now, waiting for the track pieces. I'm going to get started putting the track pieces together this afternoon, so I thought I'd try to catch some video clips of it going back together. It's a 5 foot wide, and it's 8 feet long. It's on a single sheet of plywood. And it's got a 1x6 band around the outside of it. The track was designed for Mega G cars to try to get them to run on expert setting on the little the electronic power supply that they call the expert level. So after I bought these cars, I really couldn't get the speed up that they're capable of on my other track, which is it's not designed for them. It's just not set up. So I designed this track, and it's actually set up to run a time for one car. And what I do is I put a crossover track in where this like a 9-inch straight is on the left hand side. I don't know if you can see it there or not. Yeah, it's jumping around. It's making the computer screen jump around. But I put a crossover track in there, and it allows me to run on all the lanes on the track, of course, because it switches from one lane to the other, obviously. But it turns the track into a 14-second track, which is kind of fun because you run the perimeter of this track 4 different times, and you run the interior of it 2 times. I'll have to do a video and show you exactly how it's done. I have a couple of short videos on YouTube already, but they're not very good. They're from years ago when I had to originally put the track together. So what I want to do is put the thing together and show everybody, share it with everybody. See what you guys think. It's kind of a fun track, so it's going to take a little while to put together. So I thought I'd take everybody along. Anybody wants to watch, welcome to it. And let's get started. I think I got a couple other pictures here. I call the track the Dragon's Face because it looks like a dragon's face, obviously. And here's a couple different views of it. One, I just did some graphics on the table just to see. It kind of turned out kind of cool, I thought. The bottom one, I'll show you each one individually. There's the track itself, and then how you fill in the mouth and the eyes. Kind of looks pretty cool, I thought. And in this scene here, I have the track and all the pieces, piece sizes. I use some custom pieces on this, so it's a little bit of a different track. I'm able to modify some of the AFX pieces, and gives me a chance to do some pretty exotic curves. And I didn't count the pieces yet, but I wanted to count the pieces and the overall length, and I'll do that maybe later on. I'll sit down and start calculating it out. Take a little while. It's a good sized track. You can imagine if it takes 14 seconds to run around it, it's pretty decent size, and that's a Mega G car. Here's just the basic track without just showing you the basic lines of it. There you go. All right, let's switch this back. Let's take this camera and go on out to the garage and get started putting it together. Got some work to do to clean it all up, get all the pieces out, and check everything out. Make sure it's all still good. It should be. There should be no problem with it. All right, we'll meet you out in the garage. Yeah, I did make a copy of all the piece locations and pieces, because I couldn't remember where all this stuff went together. So I did just print it out from the computer So it's going to help me put it together. All right, meet you out in the garage. Bye. All right, here's the track, and I'm just going to give you a brief look around. It's 60 inches by 96 inches. It's a one piece of plywood. They make an oversized plywood. Some places carry it, and this just happens to be a 5 foot by 8 foot, and it's really nice. I didn't have to do much to throw some wood around it, make the frame, but it needs to be cleaned up and give you an idea. Just got it dug out of the trailer yesterday. I had it in a storage trailer, and all my parts are in the boxes. So there's everything out here. Yeah, it's all packed up here behind them in boxes. But I'd leave the camera set up, but and do one of those time lapse. But I like to listen to the radio, and you can't have that on the back in the background. So I don't know how to switch this thing back from time lapse to regular. I don't know if I can do that. But anyhow, I'll get some of this cleaned up, and I'll turn the camera back on, get some more pictures. Yep, just to show everybody, he's getting a bath. I was thinking about painting it, but I said no, it's not necessary. It just needs to be wiped down. So she's going to get a little wash job. A sponge bath for the old slot car table. Yeah. All right. Give me a few more minutes. All right. Table's as clean as it's going to get for now. It does need some paint on some. It got scratched up pretty good when it got moved. No big deal. It's just not going to get it now. Now here's the high bank for the one end. It's a 4-lane high bank. It's split, and it's got 9-inch straights in between. So it's a 45 straight, 45 straight, 45 straight, 45 straight. And I did it with an aluminum frame, piece of sheet metal that's bent to the right angle, and then everything gets bolted to that. So I'm going to clean that up and get that up on the track first. There's a couple of straight sections. I forget. They get bolted right onto the sides there. Just helps keep everything lined up because these things are so flimsy. All right, let me get that on the table, and I'll bring you back later.
The unused permits thing is just
turn the radio down.
Misdirection.
Turn the radio down.
Just because.
All right. Well, I got some pieces up there. Give you an idea. This is the high back section, and I did have at least 15 inches of straight bolted up to it, and I've got two other pairs here, and I have to I don't know exactly how I had them, but I think it's just the 2 15s. It needs to be cleaned, and give you an idea. This is. I'm going to set up. Shouldn't be too hard. I just hope I didn't match mark my holes here to the specific pieces, and I'm hoping that they were lined up they were lined up accurately, laid out accurately, I should say, when I first drilled them. So we'll see. Just take a few minutes and see about getting them together. That's the first of it. The rest of it's just a big jumble of parts. The controllers go down at, or I should say the controller track, the power track goes at the other end. You can see I have a hole where that goes through. And that should be around here somewhere. I have to dig through the boxes. Yeah, don't know where it's at. All right, well, I'll bring you back in a couple minutes. I thought I'd just take a minute and show you how these things go together, how they were done. I'm sure a lot of guys already know how to do this, but some people might be interested on the joints. So there, that's a pretty decent picture. Okay. You can see the location. Where I drill the holes and then I countersink them. I countersink them on a little tiny drill press. Got to be careful with your depth to get the countersink right. And then on the backside, you can take like a small piece of aluminum that you get any hardware store, or a bigger piece you might get at a sheet metal shop. Like in this case, I put the 245-degree sections and a 9-inch straight section all together on one, and works out good. Because they are so damn flimsy, you got to have something to support these things. And of course the long bank section, which is what, 215s and 2 9s. Yeah, 215s and 2 9s. What's that? 24 inches straight. And that's how it goes together. Just thought I might pass it along. All right. All right. Put a little bit of this track together. If the sun's not too bright, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Turn this back over here behind. Get away from the camera. Nope, I got a lot of glare from the sun. No, that's not going to work. I wonder if I could do that. I don't know how to do that. Switch back and forth to time lapse. Just bring you back. Okay, gotta probably cut it off here because I'm running out of time for YouTube, but I've got most of it laid down. Got the bank section assembled and straights goes around. And what I did was these two 15s are tied to the 45s, and then these two 15s here, these two, if I can get that better in the picture, those two are just tied together. It just helps keep everything straight. But there's still, you get the bowing on the 15-inch straights that I don't like, but small details of this plastic track. So yeah, this is coming together. All right, I'm going to cut it off here, and I'll do another video. Got to put the rest of it together. All right, thanks for watching.